Howdy, boys and girls. Hope y'all having a great morning. I woke up 20 minutes ago. But Twitch is officially receiving my content. You guys seem to be loving the first Deck Doctor video. So thank you guys so much for all that support. It really means a lot. I'm just gonna do a quick little thing here. And then we're gonna get started. I think we'll have a nice little 2.5 hour stream here, and then we'll do like a nice little short, like super short stream over on Twitch. Maybe we might not even have one. Like if I'm feeling frisky today and we just stay on here all day, I'll do that, TBH. But we'll find out what happens. We'll find out what happens. Give me a second, boys and girls. Gotta do all the important business. Cool. 12:30 a.m. here. Good morning, not. What's up, TrueChampionSteven? What's going on, Julio? 6:30 p.m. here. Good evening. Good evening. Dango. I've got an hour left in my work week, and I'm spending it with you. Then I'll be heading over to a friend's house for D&D. Nice, Nate. D&D sounds fun. D&D sounds lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oh, dang it. I don't have my thing set up. I'll set that up in a second. Let me get that on here. Oh, what's with this? Hello. Hello, blanket area with no light. What is that going on? Let's fix that immediately. Sheesh. Well, while I'm up, may as well grab this. There's a tape on this thing. This place is a mess. I swear. What's the point of having a bin? All right. There we go. Oi. Are we getting Lukier? What do you mean? Are we getting Lukier? Congrats, Steven, on hitting 3K. Thank you so much, Anthony. It's thanks to each and every one of you guys subscribing to the channel that we were able to hit that milestone. I appreciate it. This thing's wrong. This thing's way off. We're at like 3,040. That thing is way off, but it's cool. Hopefully it'll update at some point. Let me just, I need to double check the audio really fast, boys and girls. But I have to be really quick about it because my stream is not as laggy here on YouTube as it is over on Twitch. All right, in 3, 2, 1. There you go. That should be a bit better. I think I was a little loud right there, actually. So I fixed that, I think. Let's double check. Yep, that works for me. Okay, so what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Hi, guys. I was gonna tell you guys about a thing. Oh, yeah, so sadly, I won't be able to get Digimon, the Digimon How to Play up until Saturday. So that's Saturday. So that'll be fun. And then tomorrow will be Vanguard trivia. I will reveal it to you guys now. It's Revengers, so get excited. It's been so far a pretty fun one to work on. Hopefully you guys are excited for what's about to happen. 3K train coming through. Make way, kids. Audio is bueno. Thank you, Casey. Great job with the Deck video, Steve. Yeah, thanks so much, YN. I'm glad you guys liked it. Better late than never, fam. Exactly. I'm basing DI right now, and I just sent SP Chariot to the damage zone, and it looked hot. Yeah, that's the one thing. Hey, if you're gonna send an SP, you know, if you're gonna send a Chariot to the damage zone, it may as well be SP, so you can look at it a little bit. All right. SP's going to the drop. Sorry, damage zone. Ain't the worst thing in the world. You get to look at them all day until you counterblast them, of course, and then you're sad about it. I need to get Emmy Sendo, don't we all? Or no, we don't, actually. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and move over. Let me make sure it's working first. Fabulous. What is that, though? Why is that there? I'll fix that right now. There we go. Trigger get. Oh yeah, trigger get to. Yeah, she's pretty badass at getting those. I was gonna work on a deck today. Lukie. I wanted to test some more about Lukie really quick. So let me. I had some ideas that I could do for her. So let me. Oh gosh, I feel so weird taking out a Trapezis, but I'll take out one for a Midnight Bunny. Or should I do? No, I'll do Midnight Bunny because I think Midnight Bunny might be a bit better. Yeah, I think it would be okay. So I'll do that. And then grade 2 is always cool here. Do I have any more Alice that I can throw in here? I do have a 4th Alice. I wouldn't mind having a 4th Alice. And then I think everything else is great. I was considering cutting you for some kind of value with this, but I feel like this is, for me, a little greedy. What do you even do? Oh, you're the Mega Blast. Yeah. Yeah, we're good there. Cool. It seems like I fixed a bug with Indra. What you mean? You fixed a bug with Indra. Also, I'm really dark on this side of my face. Now I'm too bright in it. Here we go. That's a bit better. Are you gonna test the latest deck in Viewer Fight or Ranked Fight? Oh, I'm just gonna be playing on Ranked today. I haven't played on this account in like forever, so I'll do a couple ranked matches here, have some fun. And I don't think we're doing viewer fights today. No, we're not. I'm not feeling like doing viewer fights. I will be going over to Twitch though later to do something as well. And then tomorrow, guys, my tomorrow's stream is gonna be pretty fun. Should I tell you what we're doing tomorrow? No, I'll make it a surprise for tomorrow. I'll announce it and stuff on Twitter and stuff, and it'll be pretty funny. It will be. There'll be sections. There'll be parts to it. We'll do several things tomorrow, which will be exciting, but I'm not gonna spoil too much what's gonna be happening. I wouldn't mind. No, I don't think I need to hang on to both of them actually. No, I can put one back. Would you still use Wing All Brave? No, not ever. Never in my life. No. Card sucks now. Pointless. Ooh, I drew the queen. All right, hand's perfect now. Like literally, my hand is absolutely. I don't even think I need to use Smiling Presenter, but I probably will because I see no reason not to. Hand is so perfect. This deck is so consistent. Do commentating for this fight? I'm sorry? Do commentating? I am. I always commentate my fights. I don't do everything, but I commentate stuff. Dudley Daisy, man. I don't even know what's the purpose of that card. Like, how is a card like reckless, not just better? Oh my Goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and get my second purple trapezist in there. I mean, at this point, the only reason I'm even using Smiling Presenter next turn is just to thin my deck. Like, let's be honest, boys. That's the only reason. I actually might ride the Manticore here. I'm not gonna lie. I forget. Do you got a card from your hand to your soul? Do you put a card? You put a card from your hand into your soul, but then you just draw a card. Yeah. Draw a card. For a second, I thought I was add a card from your soul to your hand. I was like, no, that'd be busted because then you can add PGs to your hand. Oh my god! Imagine if you could do that. Oh my goodness, that'd be so good. Adding a PG to your hand. Sheesh. Actual sheesh. Probably for Deadly Emperor, Limit Break, Counterblast 2. I know what they think it's for, but my question is, how is that more valuable than a card like Reckless Express or Medical Manager? Was more so. I was like, what else does it do? Like, what does it do for you that those cards don't do? I hate drawing heals. After playing this game for almost 10 years, I've become numb to drawing triggers, guys. I guess it's the thing that happens. You move on. At least in this game, when you draw your heal triggers, they're grade 3s, so you can just pop them down and attack your opponent. In the real game, they're grade 0s that, I'm gonna be honest, don't do much. When they gave us G-Guardians, boys and girls, it was the biggest deal in the world because we're like, oh my god, our heal triggers can finally do something? It's crazy. Actual insanity. I already have a second purple in there. I don't want to put Alice in there. I'll put a third purple trapezist in there. Like, F it, dude. Let's put them all in there. I suppose I actually didn't need to call this actually no, that was a misplay calling the turquoise because now I can't. Well, I could always just put it in, put it out, but. Yeah, I should have just held on to it. I forgot what order I was attacking in. For some reason, I thought I was going to attack with Lukier last. I don't even know why I thought that. If you could guard from hand in 0, it would be different. All about where you are. Hashtag context matters. I don't know what you're talking about, Nathan, but okay. Also, to return Jelly Beans, go to or less. In Standard, they have the highest shield in the game. Yeah. So when you draw them, there is some benefit. But it's also like, I almost always argue that checking a heal trigger is infinitely better than drawing one. Now, in G-Guardian meta, it could have been different. That's like the best time. That was like when you used to keep a heal trigger in your starting hand. You know what I mean? Like, you used to keep a heal trigger in your opening hand if you went second because you knew you could G-Guard. It was crazy. Sorry, I went first, not second. But it can't be helped to feel sad about it, like, damn, goes all them damn heals. Yeah, but Jay's word, like, the more you let it affect you, the more it actually affects you, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just drawing another card, really. I have Emmy Sendo card decks, cool. Hopefully they'll add a different guarding mechanic in 0. Jesus, I've always said, and I'll say it again, I like all the mechanics in 0, personally. Like, only certain things kind of are annoying sometimes, but like they've already kind of shown that they're willing to fix those things. Like the whole PG thing is coming out, and so that's already fixed and not gonna be a problem anymore. So I'm cool with it. Imagine a Vanguard deck with the gimmick to steal the enemy player's skills and/or pieces. Well, technically, Domination was kind of like that. You didn't really use their skills that much unless you just like had perfect synergy that turn with those certain cards, or they were very generic. But you could basically use your opponent's cards against them. Yeah, you put triggers back, but gain them and mulligans are fine. In Standard, a trigger or guard can no pass the early game attacks for 1 card. Yep. Yeah. Guarding in Standard was always really fun. Really powerful effects for guarding. Right, skip. Ooh. Oh, baby. I think I'm that good. Vanguard guard cards, anyone? Guard cards. God cards. I don't think there was any god. Well, technically the Zeroth dragons are the closest thing we have to god cards from Yu-Gi-Oh. TBH, sort of wish we could decide on when to use our PGs in Zero. Don't we all? It'd be nice, but I don't think we needed it. And today's what I like what I'm saying is like, sure, that'd be great, but I understand the reason why we don't, and I think for that reason it's better that we don't, if that makes sense, right? Because like to me, the reason why we don't use our PGs is because there's no interaction in this game, basically. Like they've limited it, which is really great for a mobile game. And so I think in order for the game to be what we want it to be, that kind of skill needs to exist. Would it be better? Sure, but I don't think it actually matters, if I'm honest with you. Hey Steven, I got a new fan. I got you a new fan. I told a friend of mine about Deck Doctor, and he will post his decks on there. That's awesome, WeWorld. Hopefully we can give him some help. This hand is interesting, along with this board. I'm confused here on how I should handle this, because to me, I definitely have, yeah, okay. So I think I'm going to activate my skill and just replace some of my boys here. 1, 2, I can stop whenever I need to as well, but I'll do it this way. Shung, shing. Because to me, this is not the turn we go in. This is the turn we don't go in. We just facilitate our board and we move on with our lives. Because then we can survive next turn, most likely. That's what we gotta do. Because I can't get more than 2 attacks against them anyway, so I may as well just try and maximize my defenses this turn and see if we can survive on the following turn. That draw trigger into a PG will do it. Ah, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Oh, a wasted heal trigger. Don't you hate to see it, boys? Don't you hate to see it? Like, my deck is so thin, right? So, I was bound to get something. The one time I'm like, I wish I took more early damage. The one time. Don't you hate it when that happens? You're like, oh, if only you came next turn. You'd be very helpful. Oh, you guys hear that? Hey Steven, how are you? I was wondering, will you be building Steel Dragons when it drops in the JP version, or maybe Global? I'm not gonna play in JP, but I will definitely play when it comes to Global. I might do like a couple of videos about the Steel Dragon archetype, because I, for one, think the Steel Dragon archetype is probably gonna be like one of the strongest in Zero for like a long time. No, I do not play GB Fortress in this deck. Got a bit of a gripe with Zero. I didn't see anything about a raid up this set, but we got one. Had I waited for the DI raid up, I might not have Battle Sisters, which isn't necessarily bad. Never mind, lol. Okay. You know there's announcements for these things, and I'm pretty sure every single person knew about the Set 6 raid up because it happened in JP, so... I think it was just a given that it was happening there, Nate. They shouldn't have to advertise every single thing they do, especially when it's like a surprise sometimes. Like, I think raid ups are like considered to be a surprise. Like, they're kind of supposed to be, because really those kind of things should be surprises, because they don't want you guys to know about things they're going to be doing in the future. But if they don't do them the same time that they did the JP stuff, it feels like it feels like they're not being fair. So I feel like it's one of those like double-edged swords, right? Where like, I guess if you want to be told about it, that's great, but they might not want to tell you about it because they have reasons not to. Just one of those things. Wink. Gotta stay hydrated, boys and girls. Hashtag sneaky triple. Yo, Exler, I love that, bro. But then how do I plan for my clan? Nathan, you're not really supposed to have raid ups as part of your plan. You're supposed to have a different plan that shouldn't rely on pulling gotchas if you want to have a plan for your clan. Otherwise, all you're doing is getting lucky with or without a raid up. Oh, we survived, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's go, him being greedy and not actually getting another thing to boost. He should have gotten a freaking Juggernaut Maximum and he would have won this game. That's what you get, homie. That's what you get. If anything is hitting, it's going to be my Nightmare Doll, Alice. Oh, I drew a PG! Let's go, nerds! But here's the question, boys and girls. Can he call 3 things that can hit me? Can he call 3 things that can hit me? Because that's what he needs. He needs his Vanguard swing, a rearguard swing, and another attack, because I have a PG in my hand now. Ooh, we're getting down to the wire here, folks. Did he draw a way to attack us? Did he draw something that has 10k power? Or does it has anything in case he gets a trigger? Did he? Did he? Jelly beans. Alright, that's not it. He needs that last card in his hand to have some kind of power. And there it is! Wait, that does it, yes! Ah, gross. So close, man. Very close turn. I think I'm gonna put stand triggers in this deck, because I feel like if, at any point during this game, if I just checked the stand trigger here, I would have won. What should I make the stand trigger, though? Do I make it Alice? Yeah, it's Alice. Because, like, either Alice hits and we get a multi-attack, or she stands up because I check her and she gives me a multi-attack. The Jelly Beans didn't actually win in the game. He just needed a card in general to go there, but, because, like, when your deck is that thin, you have the option to get a stand trigger there. Like, those are the games that win. Plus, his deck is kind of designed to be a bit more aggressive. For ladder, I think running the stand triggers is fine. Either Alice or Lukia. I wouldn't do Lukia. I would do Alice. What would you do if Bushiroad released a card that makes FTKs? I'm not even sure how a card like that would work. So, I don't really care. I don't think it's possible to have FT. Like, I feel like FTKs are impossible in Vanguard. I guess we almost had that with Zazan, right? Like, he was pretty broken on the first turn of the game, essentially. Like, you could do a bunch of broken combos, but it wasn't an FTK. It was just like a board that your, like, opponent couldn't deal with. I've been having something I call Spike's Curse. I can't win any rank matches with any clan except Spikes. Interesting. Interesting that you call that a curse. I would just say you can't win anything else besides Spikes, but I guess that'd be a curse. How about in easy way? What do you mean? Triggers in the grade system prevent FTK. Well, yeah, I would say the entire mechanics of Vanguard. Like, in order for them to make an FTK, they would need to make a grade 1 that wins the game. Which I just feel like it is impossible. Like, I don't even know what that thing could do. My rank points landed at 99 feels bad, man. Do you know Zuko? I don't know who Zuko is. I have a nice little early game with my Midnight Bunny here, which is kind of fun. Ride 1, ride grade 1, deal 6 damage. Honestly, it's like, that's impossible. There's no way they'd ever make a skill like that. They're smarter than that. Well, I got something, I guess. Do you draw the card first? I think you draw the card first, and then you put a card into your soul, which is kind of nice. Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender? Oh, I know who that is then. Zuko from Avatar. Oh, you should say, do you know Zuko from Avatar? I thought you were talking about like a real life human being, but with the name Zuko. I was like, I don't know anyone like that, like Danny Zuko. Like that wasn't gonna be my reaction. You know, I know Zuko from Avatar. Why? I haven't watched Avatar in a long time though. Yeah, that was a good show though. Games with arbitrary life points arguably worse, Lamau. Wait a minute. It's going to suck when Lynchburg comes out? Nah, it'll be fine. Why don't you use Fire Juggler Boost Van? Well, my question... So, like, I like Fire Juggler. I think it's a fine card, but I'd rather have a card like Midnight Bunny that I can actively decide when it happens versus, like, when I get a grade 3. But Fire Juggler is a perfectly fine card. Like, I think, like if you want to run, like, a one-of, I think either Midnight Bunny or Fire Juggler are really good one-ups because they basically act as your aggression adders into the deck, which is kind of nice. How about Todoroki from My Hero Academia? Yeah, I know Todoroki. Of course I know Mr. Fire and Ice himself. Are you just like quizzing me on my general anime knowledge now, Victor? I'm feeling very attacked right now. He's like, do you even know Todoroki from My Hero Academia? I was like, yeah, back up my dick, get out of here. I know things. I will take that Beast Tamer. Thank you. I see no reason to call it anything else. Death Battle will be pitting them together this month, and I can't wait for it. Oh, the two edgy boys. Okay. Todoroki versus Zuko? Jeez. That's an interesting one. Like the two, like, edge boys from the series, it sounds like. I would have loved to have seen Bakugo versus Zuko, no? Like, wouldn't that have been cooler? I guess it'd be too explosive, but I don't know. Because I feel like Todoroki is just too smart. I feel like Todoroki is a pretty easy win for that, no? What about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I've seen like one episode of JoJo's. I should watch more of it though. Good luck, Steven. I'll be off to sleep then. See you later, Hans. Have a good night, bud. But wouldn't Link Joker shut down decks that rely on rear guards? Yeah, of course they would. Like, Link Joker would be busted, but I'm almost 100% positive that they're not going to introduce Link Joker without some kind of balance to it that allows it to be like you either shut off your opponent's offense, which I don't know how that will work, or you shut off your opponent's defense. Which, if it's just that means it becomes a deck that's like, blockade, but it has a cost associated with its skills, which to me just isn't that bad. Also, it like allows your skills to kind of activate because you think you can trigger certain effects based off of how many times you lock in a turn or whatever. You know, like that's, I think, a really good balance to the clan that I think would be nice if they implemented. Do I need more cards in there? What's in my soul? I don't really need more. Yeah, no, do not invoke. If I get a stand, I get a stand. Okay, good. Nice. And then we just swing with the Midnight Bunny. Nice. Then we activate the bunny's skill. So I can grab out Trapezist. I call the Trapezist here, doesn't really matter really. I activate the Trapezist skill. Put you into the soul to grab back out Nitro Juggler. Put him right there. Give myself a nice little soul charge. And it's in the Trapezist, that's what we would like to see it. And then we just pass the turn because they're at 20 and I can't hit any rear guards. Which of the clans are you looking forward to the most? Oh, definitely Great Nature. Now I'm also looking, okay, so looking forward to, like, okay, I'm most hyped for Great Nature, but I'm excited and looking forward to finally being able to play for Aquaforce, because I've never played Aquaforce IRL before, so I'm very excited. Zuko only, a Firebender and a Duo Swordsman. Yeah, but like Zuko's still pretty strong. I think it'd be cool to see him fight, but like he's like an edgy boy. He's like an edgy like guy, right? I would have liked to have seen him fight like Bakugo or something. You think they will tweak Omega Glendios come Link Joker? I think they're gonna tweak Lock in general. Whether that affects Glendios, I don't know. I'm not sure, because they can change regular Lock without changing Omega Lock. You know what I mean? I always wonder if Yugi Muto and Aishisendo were to have a death battle, how would their fight even go? I kind of talked about that a little bit during my Vanguard theory video, where I talked about like if other characters from other animes existed in Vanguard. I kind of talked about that. I think Yugi, if he did play Cardfight Vanguard, or like I guess in theory you're saying like dual monsters versus Vanguard, right? I'm not sure how that would go, because that can go all over the place really. But I do think it'd be a pretty good card fight, or a duel. I wonder what Aichi would be like if he played dual monsters. Oh, that's a video idea, boys and girls. That's a video. I'm getting the pen. Where's the pen? I need a pen emote for how many times I bust this out during a live stream. I'm writing that down. What if Aichi Sendo played dual monsters? Yes, I love this idea. Now I might change this to Kai, because all my theories, like I can spend 8 hours thinking about Kai. Aichi though, a little bit of a stretch. Okay. Activating your skill. I'm going to grab my grade 0, my grade 1, and my grade 3. Bing, boosh, bosh. And And now I can activate Smiling Presenter's skill to shove another girly in there, another Crimson Beast Tamer, hopefully. And there is one. Boom. Bosh. And then the question now becomes, what's the order of attack? Oh, wait. Yeah, my Vanguard's buff. Cool, 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 cool. So I can swing with my Trapezes first and hopefully get synergy with my stand triggers this turn. I'm always smart, boys and girls. I'm always smart. What if Aichi played dual monsters? That's the question. Okay. Would Aichi use Buster Blader? Oh, yes, he would. I'm writing that down. Probably wouldn't, actually. I think the biggest thing that's like, I think the biggest equivalent to Royal Paladin from dual monsters, if I had to guess, would probably be Light Sworns. Like, right, like, up top of my head. But there could probably be others. Buster Blader. By the way, hi, I'm Plays Potato on Twitch and Discord. Sounds good, Filbert. Hello. Strike and crit trig. I think he's playing 9 crit. Kagero beat sticks with blockade. You not live on Twitch? No, I'll be live on Twitch later though. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, if you haven't already, I'll leave a link right here. I'll probably do like a nice little short stream over on Twitch. Do you play Bakugan 2, Lamau? The newer TCG, I actually bought it at first. So I actually did play it at first when it first came out. Not anymore. OG Bakugan, hell yes. I played the crap out of that. I actually went to the Los Angeles, like there was a giant, like, I don't want to call it a regional, but there was like this meetup and everyone played Bakugan and it was like a Bakugan hosted event. I forget what it was called, but I got like a badge and you like played actual games and it was like a turn, and there was like an 8-man tournament, like pods and stuff. It was pretty fun. Isn't that Yu-Gi-Oh, not Duel Monsters? So Duel Monsters is the what they call Yu-Gi-Oh in the show, but they can't call it Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That'd be pretty boring. All right, are those last cards in his hand just 3 PGs, boys and girls? Let's find out together. In case I get the stand trigger, right? That's how you gotta think. All right, boys and girls, is the last card in his hand a PG? Let's find out together. And it is, boys and girls! And that is how the cookie crumbles, because I only have 2 PGs, and because of blockade, he has 3 attacks that can all hit me. Oh, that's frustrating to see. That is frustrating to see. Hey, what would Kai even use then? Red Eyes? Ooh, he would use a dragon deck for sure. But what's the most equivalent to fire dragons? Salamandrates? Yeah? Salamandrates? Yeah? Fire dragons? I'm trying to think. You gotta hope for a heal, I guess. Yeah, that's all I can do. But he is playing crits, but luckily he'll attack with his Vanguard before he attacks with his rear guards, probably. I don't know why he did that. I guess he's trying to play around me getting a... He wouldn't use Blue Eyes. I don't think he'd use Blue Eyes, regrettably. Kaiju's? No, those are like too big. No, those would be more like Zerod Dragon, like equivalents, I think. Them and God cards. Why did Aichi go back to using Royals during G? It's weird since all of this stuff that happened in the Asia Circuit would he be using Gold. So WeWorld, I don't know if you watched this, but so the timeline of Vanguard has Legion Mate in it, and in Legion Mate, Aichi is possessed by Link Joker, and his deck changes to Link Joker. And when he changes back, it's the Royal Paladins that free him, and so he uses the Royal Paladin Seekers from that point onwards. And what I assume that, and the point of action that follows, I assume, is that now that he uses Seekers, he just evolves his deck into the G-era Blaster Blade Exceed that we know and love. That is my best guess. Otherwise, they just wanted him to play Royal Paladin. Also, I feel like he never stopped playing Royal Paladin. I'm gonna stress this, kind of similar to how Kai used both Kagero and Narukami in Season 3. I feel like it's the same idea. Is like Aichi always had his Royal Paladin deck still, but his cards were reborn essentially as Gold Paladin cards, and so he figured to honor their relationship that they built over the Asia Circuit arc, he would use those for the foreseeable future, until something happened. And then the Liberators were passed down to Oliver, like, basically. Like, he used them already, but he was the one that sort of inherited them from Aichi. He called it, what did he call it? I'm using Aichi's will? Something like that. Like, I'm acting on Aichi's will, was I think the way he phrased it. Very weird, but very intense, and I like it. So that'd be my explanation to you. Red Eyes, Black Dragon, Patricia Kai. Red Eyes, you think? I mean, there's tons of Red Eyes cards. I could see it. I love Red Eyes. I'm cool with it. Jesus, I'm just drawing all my PGs lately. I'm not complaining. Why hit the van before rear, lol? Me? This is why I always watch the Legion Mate season. You would not understand how some characters develop from there. True. Why haven't you ranked in this season, Steven? Oh, this is my iPad account. This is my iPad. I've been ranking on my iPhone. I think I'm on like Legend 16 or something on this. He played Royals, he didn't play Golds. They were just gold armor with Royals. So no, they were the same cards. Okay, we gotta be clear here. So Royal Paladin and Gold Paladin are they're basic, like lore wise. If you want to get like into the lore of it, which isn't like the lore is never the reason why people play the cards. By the way, it's not. The lore is kind of amplified by the fact that they play them. Get that out the way. But to me, the reason why Aichi, so to me, the Gold Paladin cards, like the Liberators, are essentially the Royal Paladins that were freed from the War of Liberation, but they're reborn as Gold Paladins. That is the way that works. That's the way it's explained to us. Jesus, this one sucks. I'd rather have better grade 2s that I can call out later. Because next turn I can like call a card and then use purple tweezers to fix whatever it is. Hello Steven, thanks for the deck doctor help, much more consistency now. Oh, you're welcome, Flyboy. Glad I could help, bro. And watch Neon Masai so you can understand Ibuki's sudden appearance in G. Exactly, yes. So the Neon Masai movie. So like, what's really cool about Vanguard, which I guess you could argue is like not a good thing, is like everything's canon. Like if it's shown in an anime, boys and girls, it's canon. It exists in that version of the universe. And that's how Koji Ibuki existed. That's why when I first saw him, that's why when you first watch Vanguard G, they try and paint Koji as like this evil guy, because to us, that's what he was before, but then he's like the ultimate good guy. He's like Chrono's dad, and you're like, whoa, he's Chrono's dad. Let's go. I'm with it, all right. In the deck list Discord? It's not the deck list Discord, the Deck Doctor Discord. Deck Doctor Discord. You have to post it in the Deck Doctor Discord. Now, if you post it in the deck list Discord, that means anyone can kind of help you, and they will help you most likely. I know the name. It's Rush Dragon Drag Gears. It has a similar ability as Dragonic Overlord. Really? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card? There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that has a similar effect? Cool. Jaime? Oh, dude, Jaime is so funny, dude. He's a funny character. I like funny characters like him. I swear, if I get a stand trigger here, I'm pissed. Nice. Steven, what's the name of the clan that became two different clans after losing Kagero, after losing two Narukami and Kagero? Nubatama? About to guess? I just need one more purple trap to finish Lugia. Get after it, Stephanie. From Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. Who's Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s? Oh, Rush Dragon Dragears? Oh, is that Rook's main boss unit? I thought he used like electric cards, like electric dragons and stuff. You can use Pale Moon without triple rare grade 1? What's your question, Daniel? It actually sucked being me that can't buy more cards and just watch the anime since 2012, including for the following meta. What sucked? You guys are very bad at giving context to your chats. The guy who plays him, Luke, has a similar chant as Kai. Burn all into ashes or something. Really? Oh, that's fun. I just need one more... I already read that. This card destroys monster by battle. It can attack a second attack. Cool. You use its monster effect. Discard one card from the top of your deck to give your gears the ability to attack twice. That's a pretty... Now, it's a rush duel effect, so technically it's not dual monsters. It's actually a different game. So it's hard to like consider that like what Kai would play if he played dual monsters, but it is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe card, which I guess is like a good argument to be like, it could work for something. It could do something. Spectral Duke Dragon. There he is. I wonder how many crits they're playing. So far, nothing to say they're not playing this 9 crit. And they wrote another Garmor. Sheesh. And they're calling the trip over there? I'm very confused right now, but it's okay. I'm confused all the time. Love the deck doctor and thumbnail. Very good choice. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. It's all canon, which is why Iru Nagagame and from Vanguard if knows the OG series and the reboot series. It's all its own separate universe. Yeah, exactly. Everyone knows that. Yo, good evening. What's going on, Elena? How you doing, homie? Welcome to the stream there, friendo. Please give me a draw trigger into my good old-fashioned Lukier. The cool thing is, like, once we draw a Lukier with this deck, boys and girls, like, it's going. Like the wheels will be turning, alright? We'll be good to go. I got 3 PGs. I'll be summoning everything. He's got nothing on his board. I have 4. Look, I'm all for it, but I need something else that I can do. Oh my goodness gracious, boys and girls. There's another stand trigger wasted. So glad I put those in my deck. Getting all the value. This is why I have to play draw triggers in this deck, guys, because this is what happens. I haven't seen a draw trigger this entire game because of these stupid stand triggers. But I guess I'm bleeding my opponent of their resources, but like they're gonna get 3 attacks this turn, I'm gonna lose. Is this gonna be your Lukier video again, where you never get her, lol? Basically, oh my god, that was so funny. But I will say this, when she finally came in, she came in clutch. You know, that's all that matters. Steven, somehow make it where I don't have to go to work so I can stay and watch stream. Sorry, bud. You have responsibilities, bro. I'm not gonna make you shirk your responsibilities, homie. Not responsible. Stay at home. Stay in school, kids. I have to be a pillar of the community. Not really, but I want to. Go to work. Fair enough, fair enough. He's like, fine. Gosh, Dad. I do feel old all the time, though. I'm a very old soul person. Jesus Christ! Unless I get a heal trigger here, I don't see how I even survive the turn. I'm gonna be 100. I don't see how I survive the turn unless I just get a heal trigger here. My deck is thin as well. Like, I got 3... all the Lugiers were in there. It allows me to get money for the Dragonic Blade Master stuff anyways, and I do want that exactly. I've been testing my Pure Leopold and love ideas till our support. What? Yo, what's up, Steven? Not asking you to play it, but I'm curious. Do you have a Pure Leopold build pre-Polaris? What do you mean Pure Leopold? Do you mean, like, without locks? My question to you... So, like, okay. I've been testing my Pure Leopold and would love ideas till our set support. So my question to you is, what are you playing, and what do you think your problems are? That's an easier question for me, because if I just built a deck and showed it to you, that's what you see. But if you tell me what's in yours, and I give you suggestions for what I think you can do that you're not doing right now, I'm actually teaching you how to make your deck better versus just like showing you here's a version that I know works. I don't have a pure Leopold build for you, but I'm sure I can. I got 4 of everything. I'm good. No, I don't mean what you have. I mean what is your list. I don't care what your collection is. What do you have? Like what is your list that you're working with right now? Was my question. Zero is so fun. I'm building Lukia, Balsister, Reiji, and Aquaforce as players when they come. Oh yeah, good stuff. Yeah, my two big decks from set 7 are gonna be Polaris and Aquaforce, and then I'm gonna try and build D-Police slowly, but I'll get it done as soon as I can. Steven, can you recommend a budget deck to get into standard or something semi-affordable for Vanguard? Regrettably, decks are becoming more and more expensive. However, I will say a very top-tier deck right now that I think is actually really strong is Gear Chronicle, and I think the cards are getting cheaper every day. Last time I checked, Steam Breath Dragon was like at a reasonable $17. I know I just said out loud $17 for a card was reasonable, but given the price gouging of everything and how crazy certain cards like that are priced right now, like Bronwyn and stuff, I think it is actually a good deal, sadly. So I don't think it's possible to build a decent deck in standard right now without like paying at least $150 to $200. That's the sad fact. However, new stuff is coming out very soon, like Oracle Think Tank. Ancient Dragons probably will be good. Certain Dragon Colony decks, like those will be decent decks at the very least. Maybe even tier 1, depending on how people play them and how good they actually are once we get the full support for some of them. So my best advice might be to wait until new stuff comes out and then pre-order the splits for those clans or get some case splits with your friends, because at this point buying singles isn't really worth it because everything is price gouged and being bought out, and so it's very hard to find good deals. So it's very hard for me to recommend building decks right now, if I had to be honest with you. But if you want like a really good like $200 deck that I can promise you is decent right now, that is definitely cheaper than other top decks, Gear Chronicle is your way to go, 100%. That deck is honestly pretty fun and cool. Also, don't be, you know what? I'm not gonna shake a finger. I'm gonna say this too, out loud. I like Outmile. I like the new Outmile. I think it's the best Royal Paladin deck we have right now, and I think it's actually really fun. I don't know how expensive it is, but I think it's actually really good because Starlight Violinist is a really cool card. With also Hope Song Angel. That's a pretty cool combo between those two cards, and I think that alone makes the deck really strong. So don't be sleeping on that one either. I do actually recommend playing that. No worries, Stephanie. Glad I could help. I play 4 bills, 3 grade 1 hams, 2 otters, 4 PG grade 2, 4 binoculars, 4 compass, 4 lamp, 1 barcode zebra, grade 3, 4 Leopold, 4 dumbbell kangaroo, 4 magnet croc, and 1 apt. So I understand your mentality with the lamp. I would like to see more barcode instead of lamp. I would also like to see grade 2 hamskay, at least 3. So I would cut the lamps all together. I would run 3 pencil night hamskay, and then I would run 2 barcode zebra. That's what I would do. And the reason for this is because you want your grade 2s to be more flexible with being able to retire and then bring them back, and I think your ultimate value comes from a card like Hamskate because he deck thins, and with that you can be really good. And then I'd play stand triggers. Make your 4 magnets stand triggers, and make your apt either a 5th draw trigger or a 5th stand trigger, whichever one you want at that point. And then you're good to go. You have a decent deck. And then once Polaris comes out, just take out the kangaroos, put in your 4 Polaris, and your deck is basically the same exact thing. Replace the 2 barcode with 2 Bunta. Good to go, fam. My soul has that and that, so we gotta put that in there. And then we're gonna call the Nitro. Cool. Then we're gonna call the Midnight Bunny. Then we're gonna call you. I'm gonna go ahead and activate your effect, putting in a trapezist. I think as budget deck, Soul Saver stayed very viable while costing next to nothing for the longest time. Oh yeah, OG. Oh dude, OG set 1 standard, bro. Soul Saver was like the cheapest like good deck for a long time. But back then all the decks were cheap though. Like there were so many cheap decks at the time that it was pretty easy to have a cheaper deck. You're probably like, Steven, why are you giving it a bunny for no reason? Because, guys, next turn, if I get pushed to 4 damage, which is possible, I need a way to get grade 3s in my soul, so I can get absolute maximum value out of Lukie. But maybe I should have held on to it, if I'm honest with you. I also did click buttons there, but I do think I would have done it, but it's okay. Can't wait for set 7. Are we also getting Great Adusha? Yeah, that's the same set. Zebra calling Duckbill makes me laugh hard, doesn't it? Can you show me Narukami deck? I need to lean more about it, please. Oh, I see. I did during the deck doctor episode today on my YouTube channel. I posted this morning. I literally probably went over like 5 people's Narukami decks, and I put everything I know about it. So go check that out if you want to learn about Narukami. Also, I made a Narukami deck profile as well. 2 of them actually. There's so many ways to play every clan, and you get to do it and you can do it for any budget. Yeah, of course it is, Nate. But I want to say right now that it is very bad. Sadly, right now it's very expensive because of many reasons. However, once more stuff comes out, that will change. So, you know, just hold tight, boys and girls. It'll get a little bit easier to build certain decks as they come out. Thank you. Blaster Players is not happy with the all-mile comment. Can I ask if you'll ever play with Jimmy Fortress so we can see the different builds? Checkers, I'll play whatever decks I want to, and maybe I'll play that. That's your answer. Speaking of Narukami, Indra is going to be permanent boost on both turns after maintenance. Awesome. Yeah, that was a fix they had to make. Glad they did it. I don't have Indra. You don't have to play Indra. I also have another deck list that doesn't play Indra. As deck flux in standard, yes, prices will change accordingly. Yes, that's true. But also, guys, it's not just that. Because of Coco, there's a big old price gouge on online single shopping and collectible shopping, so it's just a gigantic, just like, mess right now to buy singles for anything, if I'm honest with you. That's like the real reason why cards are so expensive right now, is because everyone's buying them because they have nothing better to do. And it's also like their only way to get cards. Bing, boom, bong, bing. Do you think Overlord, the Rebirth, get nerfed in Vanguard 0? No. I don't see a reason why you would. Coco, Scarlet Witch Coco, lol. Force 2 made super crazy, but no one played him in the meta. At the time, no, because there were other things. Plus, Blasters was a really good deck. Wasn't Lukie only call total of 3 cards out of your soul? No, you call 1 of each grade. 0, 1, 2, and 3. So you can call a maximum of 4. So if you have a grade 0 in your soul, you can call a 4th card. I always go to card shop named Orange. Cool. I think we need the competitive scene to jump back up. I'll tell people what they actually want to keep instead of just buying up everything. Lol. Fair. Actually fair. But like one of those things of like, it's hard for the thing to, like, it's hard for the competitive, you know, place to build up when it's something like really to build up a ballot. Like there's no events happening anytime soon or anything. Like that's what we need, really. This deck actually doesn't really have a backup grade 3. I would say your best option would be Manticore, sadly. Do you think Reaching Form will be tier 1 and 0? Yes. If it is true that when you drive check it, you also get to restand, because otherwise it goes to the drop zone and then you don't add it to your hand, and because of the timing of his effect, unless you add it to your hand or get some ruling that says you can do it if you drive check it, you can't use his skill. So unless something like that's added, maybe, you know. But if that rule's like added and you can drive check your Raging Form dragons, you're good. It'll be tier 1. But otherwise it can get awkward, because the reason why it's really cool is because you would drive check it back in the old days, add it to your hand, then be like, oh, look what I've got right here. But I feel like they won't do that with They didn't do that with Dote, so there's really no reason why they would do it with anything else. Oh, I should have attacked my Vanguard first. I just realized I just realized I had no counterblast, and there was no reason to attack with Alice. Oh, I'm so bad. Boys and girls, I'm the worst. It's okay though. Do you try to play Dark Souls? Me? I used to. I think I played the original Dark Souls like way back in the day, but I don't think I've played it since. There's a lot of competitive decks. That's a wonderful reason, Filbert. Steven will continue on Twitch later. Yeah, I'll stream probably, so like, what time is it now? I'll probably stream like at least another hour, maybe hour and a half. No, hour probably, here on YouTube, and then we'll probably move over to Twitch and do some grinding there and just have some fun. Is OGT going to be a pickup gacha coming to 0? Yes. So OGT, Novas, Narukami, alright, and Golds are the only ones left. Like a mat with all Draconic Overlords? What's the question? Like they did Duke. Well, first of all, there's no reason to make him once per turn because, well, it's very hard to do him twice in a row. It's very hard to do him twice in a row. It's almost impossible. Secondly, I think the big thing with Raging Form Dragon, whether or not he's going to be tier 1 is based on what I said, because there'll be tons of interactions where it's just impossible to get his Persona restand off, which to me is not ideal. How many acts do you play? It's 4. Dark Bless Angel. How are card shops? In my country, there is no such thing, so I'm really curious how they are. What's it like to have a card shop? It's really awesome. Like, imagine if you're part of a Facebook group that celebrates your card game and you guys talk about it all the time, but you're in person. That's all it is, really. And you get to make it with your buddies. You can bring your buddies to this card shop and say, "Here, look, buy that trial deck and we'll play right now on these awesome tables that they provided for us." It's just like a nice place for your community, whether it's self-built or naturally occurring, just to kind of celebrate the game that you play. And you can have tournaments there, you can buy your product there, you can make friends with distributors, all that fun stuff. I used to travel a lot, visiting family and school and stuff, and I used to go to card shops in like almost every state. I've been to card shops in New York, I've been to card shops in Arizona, I've been to card shops here in Cali. Almost every card shop here in Cali actually is a ton. Card shop in Nashville, card shop in Texas, card shop in Ohio, card shop in Wyoming, card shop in Oregon. Lots of great ones. Enjoyed every second. I have not met a card shop that I did not like. What do you do when Bushiroad releases a new Draconic Overlord? Me? What would I do? I'd be like, I guess I gotta update the Overlord trivia video. No, I'm just kidding. I love Overlord, man. The more support that boy gets, the happier I become. Facts. Straight facts. What do you look for with Smiling Presenter? Whatever I think is gonna make my soul the most balanced. So I already had a grade 1 and I rode my Crimson Beast Tamer, so I felt like there was no need to put another one in there. So I just put a booster in there because I knew that later on, if I want to call certain things out with Trapezist, I'm either gonna call attackers or boosters, and I feel like having a good booster in there, like Turquoise, is gonna be a good thing to do. My friend has a shop himself, and he sells authentic Japanese meals. It's also where he teaches Japanese and English. That's beautiful. I love that. Japanese is a beautiful language. I wish I could learn. Now my faith is in Drag Ruler Phantom. Lol. That thing is broken in 0 format. Well, no, not actually, because the biggest problem with Drag Ruler Phantom back in the day was that you could possibly trigger triggers, right? And so your opponent would get a big boost to their power, so now your rearguard columns can't hit them. If you deal your opponent 2 damage in 1 turn, they gain 10k base power. So sure, your Vanguard's still hitting, but your rear guards ain't, probably. So that's actually not a good thing either. But you never know. I cut Alice to 3 since it can rarely hit Vanguard alone. I added more bunnies so it can tag out to... Worth a shot. I don't care about this card, so I don't care if it stays on the board. I feel like the approach that Vanguard Zero should have taken for the mulligan was how Magic the Gathering does it, because you have to have 13 of each grade. You often get a bad hand even after your mulligan. I completely disagree with you. First of all, it's the same rule we have for Vanguard. You take the cards, put them on the bottom, and draw the next cards. I think that's great. Secondly, I think the hands are even better in Zero, because sure, like, what's a bad hand to you? A hand of grade ones, a hand of all grade ones. That's a bad hand. But if you have a hand of all grade twos and one grade one, you have a really cool rush turn that can buy you more time to get your grade threes. And if you have a handful of grade threes, sure, that sucks. But they're all grade threes, so at a certain point, you'll be able just to call them all down to the board and attack your opponent a bunch and see if you can win the game that way. I feel like every card in your deck has a purpose now, and so if you draw any of them, like, you don't lose. Like, it's really good, actually. I think the mulligan system we have for Vanguard right now, I actually really, really like it. Alright, so a 0, a 1, and I guess there's no point in not calling this, so you go there, you go there, you go there. I don't know why I didn't call Alice, and I called Lukier, but it's okay. I don't know why I called Lukier. I was supposed to call Alice, but it's fine. Yes, it's just awkward. I didn't have a grade 2 in my soul, so it messed up like everything I could be doing. Yeah. A bad hand is a Morikawa hand, all grade 3s. I just said that, and I gave you a reason why it's not. What happened if Vanguard 0 had grade 0 back? It'd be weird. I'm not sure why they would do it. Steven spiritually relating to Weevil? What you talking about? Oh, the bugs? Yeah. I do play American Colony IRL. I love bugs, but they always get the shaft, man. Is MLB still 1 JP? Are Eradicators tier 1 JP? I don't know. I don't play JP. If I had to guess, I would assume Eradicators are tier 1, but mostly because of popularity. I don't think Eradicators are actually better than really any decks. I think cards like, I think decks like Aquaforce, Platina, even the Blood and Dungaree are all still really solid decks, actually, I would argue. No, I would say those are still like the best decks, because they actually did a really good job of balancing break rides and stuff, so I don't think break rides just instantly makes you the best deck in the game, which is nice. I think that's a very good thing. But it also means that whatchamacallit, set 9, no matter how much you guys think it's the most hype thing in the world, actually ain't. Oh, a 6 damage heal. Too bad it doesn't matter, but it's still nice to see. What card games are you into so far? Right now I'm playing Vanguard, Pokemon, Digimon TCG, but I've played countless card games for years, and I'm sure I'll get into a new one at some point. Knowing me, I'll always find a new one. I'm excited about Angel Feather being added. Oh yeah, I'm excited for Celestials too. I think Celestials are going to be a really good deck. Like a sleeper surprise deck, because Zeraculo adding 3,000 power to all your dudes. It's pretty good. It's really good. It's really, really good. I wonder how they'll do Shirayuki for this in this game at all. You mean Shirayuki, the who am I thinking of? Shirayuki. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the. Is it any good? Oh yeah, it's a great game. I made a video for a box opening, and then this Saturday I'm making it how to play for it, because it's a really fun game. It's JP only at the moment, so it's not localized, and there's no plans immediately for it to get localized. But I, for one, like the game a lot and don't care. But also, I think it will get localized. There's so many like hints that it's going to be, so I'm getting in there now so that way I can make the content for you guys. Better play Crimson Beast Tamer and Doomy Fortress and Pale Moon. What are you saying? I question strike system more on how it would be implemented. I don't think it will be, but you know, you can think that. Have fun thinking about that. Hey Steven, what is your favorite SP card in Zero? Not sure, I haven't seen all of them, but if I had to put one, like I know I love Dote's SP. Azure Dragon's SP I know is pretty cool. All the ones that have like music notes on them, like the Trumpeters and like the Nimue and like Vivian stuff, those look really good. Do you think Link Jokers would be added sometime early next year? They'll be probably added before the year's over, actually. So let's see, what are they on right now? Set 9? So set 10 is going to be the set 11 stuff. So yeah, it could be October that we see them. As early as October, possibly. I would not be surprised. What the flip is this? When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, put it into your soul to call a card from your hand. That's a weird looking card. I have never seen this card before in my life. What's it called? What are you called? What are you? Smart Leader Darkbringer. Ooh, sexy name. Jesus, what is this guy? Man, I'm tired. Wait. It does nothing, but it's just a ranking system for the people in the Discord. Enjoy being level 1. You're now not level 0. How often does Bushiroad make a new clan? A new clan? They haven't made a new clan in a while. The last new clan, I believe, was Gear Chronicle, so 6 years? 2014? Yeah, 6 years. I'm out, Steven. Thank you for entertaining my work. Good luck for the rest of the stream. Sounds good, Nathan. Peace out, bud. Have fun playing D&D, man. my spine. How many promoted level does Discord have? Unlimited? I actually don't know. I don't know that much about Discord, sadly. I've had a server for almost a year now, but I'm so bad at Discord, man. Ooh, Assault Squad. So he's playing like a, so he's playing like a very early game aggressive Spy Brothers deck with what's your name? Darkbringer. Darkbringer. Sheesh. And he's playing Dudley Dan. Yeah, so his is purely built on the early game. I wouldn't be surprised if he even didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even have Dudley Emperor. Do you think Jewel Knights will be relevant? No. Ashley Reverse, maybe, but Jewel Knights, no. Sadly, no. Because they're just worse MLB. And unless they give them all the buffs in the world, they will not be anything more than just worse MLB. Now, Ashley Reverse, though, could be pretty good, but no telling when we're going to get that. Now, I have a theory that we're going to get a Royal Paladin Clan event for Jewel Knights, but that's just a theory. It could be wrong. I love when a card game has lore. Magic the Gathering Vanguard has its own storyline, and it just makes matches seem more interesting. Oh, exactly. Yes. I have a series where I delve into a bit of the lore myself. Tomorrow, my Revenger Vanguard trivia video comes out, so that's going to be super fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I will discuss a little bit about the lore in that video. A little bit. Not too much. I love the animation for ERADs. Do they have like a bunch? I imagine they would, because they have both Kai and Naoki, who are like two of the most famous characters from that era. And I would imagine Naoki has a Gauntlet Buster one. I would imagine Kai has a Descendant one. Does Vowing Sword Dragon have one? I wouldn't be surprised if he does. 6 spikes combo. Look at this boy. He is punching me in the face. So yeah, it's a grade 0 Skydiver is what that card is. So he basically just like got to use Skydiver on grade 2. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool combo. But you like you have to get this guy earlier now, which is like a really oof thing to me, but it works. Can't say it didn't work, but I'm about to rain on his parade right now. Because he gave me limit break. So let's do this, boys and girls. Activating your skill first. Do. One, two, three. Oh, cool. Well, it's you know, having an Alice in there ain't too shabby. Nice. Okay. When Zero is done with Link Joker, will they do Legion Mate or pull English dub and go to G? No clue. Which Season 3 clan archetype will be relevant in the future? What do you mean? Like, do you mean like of the Link Joker stuff? What stays relevant after that? Is that your question? I would have to know what comes after, so I don't know. Is my honest question to you. Vowing Sword has an animation with both Kai and Naoki. Oh, Kai does one too. Are they different? Because I know Kai does a different thing for Vowing Sword Dragon, but are they the same animation? That'd be pretty funny if they were different. They're putting in overtime for ERADs. What? Now, but now he can't attack me anymore. And now he has no cards in his hand. I'm very confused by his play here. Good night, man. Have a good fight. Ah, thank you so much, Icy. Have a good night. Very confused by the way he's playing, but it's okay. By the way, for anyone wondering, I will be going live in about an hour or so over on Twitch after we're here. So if you do want to come and stop by as well for that, there's the link right there. Also, it's in the description down below of this stream. I think after this game, I'll switch it up and do some... What did I want to test today? Oh, Angel Feather. I wanted to play some Angel Feather on the ladder and see if I can't school some fools with how good I am with that deck. So I do think I'm pretty good with Angels, so let's get that. Let's get that a good old college try. Viewer fights are ranked. It won't be a long stream, so I'm not doing viewer fights. It'll only be like an hour and a half maximum, probably. So I'm probably just gonna do some ranked fights and maybe do some grinding and fun stuff. Is this your only channel, or do you make Pokemon TCG videos? This will be my only channel. I haven't made Pokemon TCG videos in a while, but once I myself get back into real life standard for post rotation, I do plan on making more. And if I do make some, they'd be on this channel. They wouldn't be anywhere else. I don't really have Bermuda Triangle cards, is the honest reason. Same animation? Ah. 99 Dick. Story time? What's the question about story time? Let's do one more. Whoa, that's a spider. Can you guys see that? There's a spider just like right there. Did I get it? I don't think I did. Jeez, it was just dangling right in front of me like goddamn Peter Parker. What the? There's a spider on my desk now? Is it in my keyboard? Is it crawling on me? Oh, see a spider. Oh, it's on my leg? Are you on my leg? No. Weird. Did you guys see it? It was kind of big. It was right in front of the camera. He was like, oh look, Mom, I'm on camera. Jesus, what was that? Is that my hat? Oh, I guess I kept my hand. Jesus, that was crazy. Just dangling right in front of me, and I'm not giving a shit. There is definitely a spider crawling on me somewhere, and I'm very uncomfortable by that fact. But I'll power through. The worst part is, guys, is like, you guys don't really know this about me, but I have very, very hairy legs. And thus, things can hide in that hair without my knowledge of them being there. Never fun when you find them. I'll tell you that much. Never fun when you find them. Oh, they say break right now? That's fun. Spider want to play Vanguard with you? I know, right? He's like, I heard Mega Colony might be coming out at some point. I should get on that. Nice, good heal. Nice. I need to clean my desk. There's too much dust on my keyboard. Lamau. Imagine it. My question though is like, where was the spider web coming from? Because you guys, like, there's nothing above my desk. Like, there's a fan right there, but it's on, so there's no way it was coming from there. So like, I don't even, like, where is there a spider web here? Is my question. I don't see, like, all the corners of my room are over there, and I would have noticed a gigantic spider web like that. So I'm just so confused as to like what happened in my bedroom just now. But I guess it's chill for now. But like, you guys see me, I'm like head on a swivel, all right? My dad taught me better than that. Head on a swivel. Be prepared for the enemy. They're all around us. It could just hang on like a single string. I know, but where did it come from? Like, was it? Because like I'm no spider expert, but I'm pretty sure that when spiders create strings, they don't do it next to giant oscillating fans, and that's the only place a string could go, and I don't see shit. So I'm just so confused. I'm just so confused. I'm trying to understand nature, boys and girls, but I'm no, what's that guy's name from Europe? What's that guy's name from Europe? He does like the thing with like the nature show. David something? Well, no, that's not, that's David Walliams. He's the comedian. David Edinburgh. I'm no David Edinburgh, alright? I don't know that much things about animals and insects, but I know enough. Not Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls is pretty funny. Einstein? Look, there's a spider in here. I gotta freak out. It was a spider. The part of the fan that doesn't move? Yeah, but that's all the way back there. And the spider was in front of me, so that doesn't check out. Like, that's over there. But the fan blades go all the way over here, and then they hang above right there, which is where I assume the spider came from, because there's no other place where he could have reasonably been without me noticing him. Because, like, for there to be that much of a web, because, like, he would have to, like, go diagonally. And to be, like, I don't think spiderwebs travel diagonally. Do a fan reveal? Lamau. What's going on, Sid? How you doing, homie? Understand nature, try playing Great Nature. I literally made the Great Nature Masterclass, so I do alright for Great Nature. Alright, so let's play some Angel Feather now. Have some fun with that before I head over to Twitch. What time is it? 1:30? Sweet. So we'll, not 1:30 p.m., but it's 10, it's almost 11, but I'll stay live on here for another 40-ish minutes. And then we'll head over to Twitch for some phone fun, and we'll do some busted dope playtesting, because I call it playtesting. I mean destroying the meta. You guys know. You guys know how that works. I call it playtesting, but I mean destroying the meta. I mean, the spider was a sign that some other pests are in the house. Oh yeah, I'm not like scared of the spider. I'm just confused, is the honesty of it. You know, like, it's just surprising to me, because like for a place where spiders are, you would think it's not directly there. Like, it just flabbergasted me that it came from there. You know, that's the part that like blew my mind. I'm not afraid of it. I murked it like a man, but you know, it's just interesting to think to me. Like, how did it do that? Yeah. I would like to prioritize the boy. I do need to clean this room, though. Mainly my desk, but I do need to clean it at some point. What set did we get Angel Feather? The next one's going to be set 7, and then after that, it'll probably be set 10 for Vanguard 0. Why do they make No Seal triple rare literally impossible for me to get? She's always been a triple rare. All the No Seals back in the day were triple rares. They've always been that. I have 2 spiders on each side of my air conditioner. They don't bother me, and they come at night and stay on their webs at all times until the sun rises. Interesting. Aquaforce? Sorry, forgot Angel Feather was a thing. Oh, that's next set. Well, either way, they're both next set. Do you need another card? I'll draw a card now. See a reason not to. Nice, good heal. Steven's gonna go to sleep tonight and wake up completely covered in spiders. Nah, I'll be fine. I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm just confused by spiders. There's a difference. Is it gonna be Angel Feathers the whole stream? No, well, first of all, the stream's like only 40 minutes left before I go over to Twitch. I'll probably play like maybe one more thing, but not most likely it'll be this before the stream's over. Unless like things just go horribly and I'm like, know what, scrap the idea, boys and girls, we're going back to Great Nature or something else. Gotta have more fun. And the best way to have fun is to win. You guys know this. And when we get over to Twitch, I am definitely going to be playing Busted Dope. 100%. I see no reason to overextend here. In case I get a stand trigger. Yeah, smart. If Planet Crate was real, would you go if given the chance? Oh hell yeah. Of course, who wouldn't go? Now, okay, here's a question though. How would I go? Would it be like how the humans in Cardfight Vanguard go to Cray, which is either in spiritual form, communicating with units from the planet Cray, or as actual units on the planet Cray? You know, like a reverse diff fighter situation. Because either way, I'm down. But if I had to like go, like my physical body as you see it right now, the squishy mush ball it is, like unless I had a Dragonic Overlord escort, I'm not going. I always wonder, out of all the Vanguard clans, what's your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? I don't really have a least favorite. And I don't really have a least favorite. Like I do love all clans, and I can find something to love about all of them. I just haven't played all of them, and so it's hard for me to say whether I like one more than the other. And my favorite clan is of course Kagero. Everyone knows this. Kagero is my main. My second favorite, if I had to pick, it's kind of a tie actually between Grey Nature and Shadow Paladin. I just love them both so much. It's hard for me to pick one over those two. And then Narukami's an easy third / potential fourth if we push the rest down. And then I have a bunch more after that, but those are like my top 4 for sure. No questions. Same here, dude. Overlord for life. Yes, facts. Actual facts. Overlord for life. But also Kagero. I do love me some Blade Master. Dark Lord of Abyss. But Overlord always lose to Blaster at... Yep. That was a fact that I made very clear during the video. I can definitely see myself hanging out with the Aquaforce units. Facts. Good luck breathing underwater. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sure they'd give you like one of those air bubbles that they use in Atlantis. Hey, can you play with Tsukuyomi? I'll play whatever I want, John. That's not how it works, bro. I'll play whatever I feel like. If you want to specifically watch Tsukuyomi, I have plenty of videos about Tsukuyomi. Oh my. Nobody's plays Suku anymore, only VP Farm. No, I definitely play Tsukuyomi still. I think Tsukuyomi is one of the best decks in the game still, but it's not really a ranked deck. People don't like playing it for rank because it doesn't really work that way. It would be what I say. But if in a tournament setting though, like best 2 to 3 or like 2 deck format of Conquest, I would definitely consider Tsukuyomi. If anything, I probably would definitely use it. It's really solid for that kind of format. Just finished my Death Army deck. Be nice. Funsies. If you could be any Vanguard unit, who would you be and why? The question is for anyone to answer. Okay. If I could be any unit, well, I wouldn't actually be Dragonic Overlord, and I'll tell you why. His lore is very sad, and I just don't think I'm that kind of guy. If I was a unit, who would I want to be? Who would I want to be? That's a weird question, because every unit, like, even like the really cool ones like Blaster Blade or like Overlord or Ezel, like there's something about them that sucks. Like whether they have to like work really hard, whether they have to like defend an entire nation of units, you know, like there's something like I would be like, that's a raw deal if you ask me, alright? That's a raw deal. I'm not into it. But if I had to pick one, wait, I don't have Limit Break. I'm so stupid. I thought I had Limit Break. I thought I had Limit Break and I was gonna use my, oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, there goes a turn wasted. I would say, gosh, that's a tough one. If I could be any Vanguard unit, who would I be? Who would I want to be? Who would I want to be? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to have a think on this one. And the reason I'm having trouble is it's not hard for me to think of units. Like I could think of a bunch, like Nahalem. I would love to be Nahalem. Blaster Dark, I think it would be pretty cool because I'm a big fan of redemption stories. I wouldn't mind being Dragonic Overlord, but after all the rebirth stuff, because after that he's pretty dope. But before all the rebirth stuff, man, there's a lot of problems with him. There's a lot of problems with him. Mr. Invincible. Ha! Isn't that what he says? It's like aha, or whatever he says. Is Flask Marmoset? Facts, I'm in. Facts. I totally forgot about Flask Marmoset. I'd be Librogal because Fluff Life. I love that. Indra has OTK potential. Yeah, because you can have like all the nobles in play and he attacks for 6 damage or whatever. Burst Shot, Beth Nail. I would personally be the Overlord, Chronojet, my 2 favorite units of all time. Have fun with that, bro. Overlord literally dies like 3 times and is brought back to life. and he kills himself twice. He's very mean. And he goes through a lot of drama in his other lives. And there's just like this whole thing where like there's like this gap of time where like we just don't know what happened to him, but we know that he went to another dimension. So have fun with that. And then Chrono Jet Dragon, gosh, he's stressful. Because his whole thing, guys, is he's like an agent of time, right? And so like he is like the overseer of everything. And so his life is just so stressful, guys. So, like, I don't know, man. I would not want to be them. I'd be like their friend. I'd be like their guy in, like, the right-hand corner. Like, go. Yeah, you're doing a great job, buddy. Oh, you need my help for this one mission? I got you, homie. And then, but then I gotta go home. You know what I mean? Like, that's me, okay? That's who I would be. Because I just cannot handle that much stress, okay? I just can't. Oh. You saw me put the PG in my hand, homie. You know that's not gonna work. Don't care. Overlord's meaning to stand up to any situation is kind of inspirational to me. Ugh. I'm gonna be a real to you, bro. That's great, right? He stands up against any adversity. But he's kind of a dick. He literally the thing that makes him a good general is his thirst for power and whatever he'll do to get it. He will literally do anything for power. That's not the kind of person that I want to take inspiration from. But I love Dragonic Overlord, so I get the mentality. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I think you're executing it in a strange way. I have the same amount of love for Overlord you do, but I also have contempt a little bit for him. You got me on that. Like the whole, like, Rebirth. Okay. Here's a badass thing, but it does speak badly about him. He is so merciless and thirsty for power that when the Reverse tried to infect and corrupt his mind, he said, F that, made a gigantic ring of fire, burned all the Starvaders that were in his tomb to death, took all their power, and became the Reverse. The Rebirth, sorry. Badass, super dope, kind of a little scary, okay? I'm like, okay, damn, okay, cool. I mean, like, you know, war is war, right? Like, you know, that's the enemy. But I mean, like, it was crazy. So it's, I love Kai too. But Kai never ain't no kill nobody, okay? You know what I mean? Like, sheesh. Like, it's a very image-rag thing. Yes, but Z-Man, here's the part that makes it suck, is the second he did that, the first thought he had was not, oh, let's fight the rest of these invaders and save everyone. The thought was, I'm gonna kill Blaster Blade next. That was his thought, legitimately, was I'm gonna kill Blaster Blade next. He was so butthurt about losing last time. His first thought, after almost being taken over by evil, is to kill the one person that is trying to fight the evil people. So that's again not a very redeeming quality, okay? Not a very redeeming quality. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is so angry and thirsty for revenge or whatever. Like, oh man, I was like, come on, priorities, Overlord. There are priorities, man. You have to understand. You can't just always kill Blaster Blade. You gotta like mow the lawn or something. I don't even know. King of Knights Outward's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. You're like the hero all the time. Obviously. Young Pegasus Knight. I mean, who wouldn't want to be Young Pegasus Knight? The strongest card ever. Yeah, he really did. He did do that. Very, very dramatic. Like, as exciting, dramatic, and like intense as that season was, and like that evolution of Kai was, it's definitely my least favorite version of Kai, because it's the version of Kai that I feel embodies everything about him that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like deep down, Kai is merciless. Kai was dark. Kai was edgy. Not because that's who he was. That's because that's how he thought he had to be in order to protect his friends and become strong enough to save them. You know, like someone who chooses to withdraw their happiness and withdraw their joy so they can focus on becoming as strong as they need to be to protect their friends. That's the Kai that I love, and that's the kind of sacrifice that I would appreciate seeing from someone who is thirsty for power. But Overlord, eventually, that sacrifice became an undying rage that was built that I just did not care for, and it was represented by Kai in like a hatred for himself and all those around him. So like, to me, that's the part of Overlord that I just cannot wrap my hand around being, because I would have to do that, and I don't want to be that. No matter how much I want to be Overlord, I can't do that. I want to be Thing Saber Dragon. You want to be the guy that everyone says the wrong name for? Personally, I would just want to check out the Bermuda Triangle, since there will be a ton of concerts. Facts. What about V-Kai? V-Kai was just a mess. That's the version of Kai that I shake my head at, like, oh no. But he was a good character though. Like he had some good arcs. I won't say he didn't have good arcs. He definitely had good arcs. Nice. I want to be switched with Duke Dragon. Oh, you want to be like the dark guy that comes in. He's like, oh, all my friends are dead? Alright, I guess it's my turn. Swipe with the scythe, because he has a scythe. MLB's a good unit to be? Well, I'm confused by MLB, because I don't think he's actually a unit. He's more of a... what's I'm looking for? Not animation, like combination, like what's the name of a combination of people? I don't know, but like he's like he's not one person, he's two people, and he's not permanent. He's like oh, like he's like saying, oh, I want to be Gogeta. Well, you're not really Gogeta, because Gogeta doesn't really exist. He's just a thing that could exist, and then like he's not a permanent thing. That's what I'm trying to say. He's what's the word? There's a really good word to describe what I'm trying to say, but I can't say it because I'm stupid. No clue. MLB just is descendant of light and darkness. He's not a split. No, he's not a split personality. No, it's one word. It's like a word that describes a combination of things. It's a really good word. No, it's definitely not fusion. Where do you get all the Cray character-specific lore? I know the general overview, but I don't remember too much specific characters. It's also forever since I've seen the show. So the show doesn't really give you the lore, believe it or not. Manga, a lot of it comes from manga. There's also monthly Bushiroad stories that are about the cards. So like they're stories that are told in the perspective of the units on Cray. And they follow all kinds of different storylines. And then all that information can be found on the wiki. I saw Coco on the thumbnail. I'm interested. I was playing some weird decks earlier. Alter Ego, no, definitely not that. It's used to describe like a combination of things. I wish I could say what it was, but I just cannot remember the word. What is the story of Blaster Dark? I actually don't remember him so well, but if I had to guess, I remember that he was originally a Royal Paladin that was corrupted by some evil power, and then given the name Blaster Dark. I don't remember why. Because Blaster Blade is called Blaster Blade because that's the name of the sword, but I don't believe Blaster Dark is called Blaster Dark because of the name of his sword. Because I don't know what the name of his sword is. So I would assume if I knew that, that'd be the easier thing. Mixture, maybe Mixture, but that's not it either. I wouldn't have said that for this. Either way, it doesn't matter. His sword corrupted him. Thank you. So it was his sword. Is his sword called Blaster Dark? I actually don't remember if it is. I don't think his sword is called that, and that's why he's called Blaster Dark. Something corrupted him and then made him into a Shadow Paladin, and then he began to work for Phantom Blaster Dragon, who was like this evil. Like, oh gosh, Phantom Blaster Dragon's a weird one as well because like he's evil, but then he's also not evil. Phantom Blaster Overlord is who's evil, but Phantom Blaster Dragon was just like the main general at the time, right? Like he is like the Overlord. He is the Draconic Overlord for the Shadow Paladins at the time. So he wasn't really evil, but he was corrupted by an evil from the void that turned him into Blaster Overlord, and that guy was freaking evil and had to be killed by Blaster Blade. Sorry, by Majesty Lord Blaster or by Excapulate the Blaster, depending on which one you read. So a Dark Blaster. I mean, that's obvious what he is. Is there anything on Lukie or Pale Moon units in general? So Lukie, I'm not so sure about. I think Lukie. No. I know a little bit about Lukie. Lukie is like. She was someone in the Pale Moon that liked taming dragons for fun, and she became really good at it. And because of that, she was promoted to some level in the Pale Moon Circus. I don't remember what it was for, but yeah, that's a... I can tell you that Lukie is a tamer by hobby, not by practice, but she's really good at it. Do you think Kamui is copying Misaki in the first season? That he's quitting the team? What's your question? PBD and PBO are just reskins of Draconic Overlord and Draconic Overlord at the end? Damn. Well, technically that's not true because Draconic Overlord at the end actually isn't evil. He did a very evil thing to become powerful, but he's not evil. And by evil, I don't mean like he killed anybody, but he used like forbidden black arts that like drained him of his life force that made him stronger. It's like a whole thing. What did Dote do? So in order to become Draconic Overlord at the end, the original Draconic Overlord, the first incarnation of him, used forbidden black arts to drain his own life force and then use it to create this new form that allowed him to reach a power level that he did not think he had before. Doesn't lose almost every time. Yet there are scenarios where PBO actually wins and like bad stuff happens because during the Stride universe there was all these alternate timelines and universes that exist. Alchemy, yeah, I think it was Alchemy is a good way to describe what he did. I'm not entirely sure, but it was called Forbidden Black Arts. Is all I know. I'm not sure from what nation they came from. That's all I really know about it. But like the big thing you want to take away from it though is that he used his own life force to sort of become more powerful. So he sacrificed his ability to live, and because of that, when he lost eventually to PBO, he was put into a deep slumber, and that is the Draconic Overlord that we know as the Break Ride. That then becomes Draconic Overlord the Rebirth. So like what's actually really funny is like they explain it in the show a little bit poorly. So like Kagero was sealed away with both Shadow and Royal Paladin in the Void, but Kagero was already out of commission because Kagero was without a general essentially because, well, Overlord was literally in a deep dark slumber. Like he was not waking up. He was no threat to Link Joker, but they still captured him anyway because they viewed him still as like one of their biggest obstacles in taking over the rest of Krei. Is the embodiment of someone who sold his own soul for power. Like, literally, yeah. Like, that's 100% who he is. Now, it's more so, like, he didn't sell his soul to anyone. It's more like he sacrificed it. He was willing to sacrifice his own life in the sake of gaining power. That is more the message. He didn't really make a deal with the devil or anything. If anything, when he was about to be possessed by evil, Link Joker, he actually killed all of them, gained all their power anyway, and then just moved on and chose to attack Blaster Blade Liberator of his own volition because he's a dick, but not because he was actually possessed by anybody. He just like legitimately wanted to kill Blaster Blade. 100% what it was. It was pretty messed up. Von Ezel lore? I don't know anything about Ezel, sadly. If I had to guess Ezel's, I think Ezel is like, so like Gold Paladin are these units that are brought together based off of the scraps of both the Shadow and the Royal Paladins, and they form this new coalition. I think Ezel would be a spirit, essentially. I would say he'd be like an embodiment of Gold Paladin, like the original Gold Paladin unit that brought all those units together and said, we need to save our friends, is my guess to what he is. Vanguard, so I don't know Vanguards. Now guys, I'll eventually know all these things once I do their trivia videos, but for now, I'm as lost as you guys are for some of them. But some of them are common sense. Like, some of them you can pretty much tell based on like how they are in the anime. Like the anime does a really good job of representing the units of Krei in a way that makes sense, but they don't really like hold so true to the lore, or they don't really tell you the lore. Embodiment of Alfred. Embodiment of Alfred? Oh! Ezel is the embodiment of Alfred, you mean? Embodiment of Alfred. He's the embodiment of Alfred. So he's the spirit of Alfred, right? That escaped? But who's Ezel then? So if Ezel... So Ezel is like a creation? Alfred's father's art looks really cool. Interesting. When Suiko had the light and dark card in Season 1, the darkness helped PBO. Then what was the light card? The light card is called Excapulate the Blaster. Or Exculpate, sorry, Exculpate the Blaster. And it's the form that Aichi chooses in the manga. And that is why he is the boss unit of V-Series. What boss unit you want to be remade in V-Series? I personally want to see Chaos Breaker, Dragon, and all the Star Vaders come back. I mean, they've basically made all the ones that I care about. One that I wouldn't mind seeing. Well, no, actually, no, they're making a Descendant, so never mind. I'm cool with all of it then. What's one that I haven't seen that I want to? I wouldn't mind seeing Spectral Blue Dragon. I wouldn't mind seeing Spectral Blue Dragon come back. I feel like they could do a really cool thing with him. Star Vader lore, that's pretty easy. They're the invaders from Link Joker. They're the faction of Link Joker that was created by the Void as sort of the so Link Joker actually already existed before the Void as the Messiahs, and the Messiahs are actually the guardians of most of Krei, but they don't really interact with Krei themselves because they're separate from them. But then there's Star Vaders, and Star Vaders were the Link Joker units that were created by the Void as sort of their soldiers to sort of invade Krei. And then I would say that Star Vaders particularly were basically ran by Chaos Breaker Dragon, who was like this head scientist guy that like designed all these monsters and stuff, like Glendios, the Golems, certain other Star Vaders that existed. I'm sure you can kind of tell who they were, dragons and stuff like that. And that is where they came from, and their sole job was to just capture units from the planet Krei by locking them, infect other units, turn them into reverse cards to help be a part of their army, and all kinds of other things. I want the stride for Vanguard. Okay, what was the dragon at the end of the Brant and Krei War? The dragon? What dragon? There was a dragon? Who's on whose side? The dragon. The dragon. Who was the dragon? It was not Gus Blaster Dragon, was it? No way, it can't be Gus Blaster. That doesn't make much sense to me. Oh wait, what am I doing? I was so distracted by the lore talk, guys. All right, let's go ahead and move the conversation over to Twitch, boys and girls. I'm gonna go ahead and do my nice little sign off here for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the YouTube stream. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna go ahead and head over to Twitch right now. If you guys want to go jump over there, drop a follow, as well as hang out. Links to that down below, as well as in the chat. You guys can see it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go do some more ranked fights, but we're gonna do it with probably just some busted dope stuff, and maybe have some more conversations about Vanguard, obviously. But with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are watching the YouTube video VOD, I appreciate you. Peace. If you guys have any fun comments about anything that we talked about in this video, leave them down in the comments below. But as always, I've been TrueChampionSteven. Please be sure to work hard, rest easy, and live well. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.